Seriously, Pete is going to have a field day. First, he kills a dog in a movie, and then he slaps a zebra.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
They're going to lose their shit.
Welcome back to the Chiefin podcast, folks. We're deep in the month of April right now. We're balls deep in the month of April right now. And Daniel, I got one thing to say.
I'm pregnant.
It's gonna be May.
Oh, all right. That was kind of lame.
And I'm pregnant.
Fuck.
Welcome back, guys. It's a Tomatalk. Welcome back to the Chiefin podcast. If you're new to us, if you found us on social media or regardless and you want to see our freaking mugs more, go check us out on YouTube at Chiefin Podcast on the tubes. And if you're just listening to us and want to check us out on social where we post more memes and clips like that, we're really deep in the Will Smith slap game right now. If you want to check us out, you can find us at Chiefin Pod or Chiefin Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And I think that's it. Oh, and Grindr.
So I'm glad you mentioned the Will Smith thing because we haven't talked since it happened. And
I'm curious where you stand on this position, Daniel.
I'll tell you where I stand. First off, I thought it was faked. I thought it was staged, this whole thing.
Yeah, so many people thought it was fake. Like, why?
So before I saw it, I thought it was staged because I only heard the acceptance speech of Will Smith. I tuned in really late, so I didn't see the slap. I just saw that, and I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
It's like, the wildest thing that's ever happened. For it to be real and how it happened is just insane that there's no security there. They didn't kick the guy out. He stayed. No. Like, what the fuck?
But so I only saw the acceptance speech, and I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, this makes no sense. I'm like, this is I honestly thought this is a stupid speech. I freaking hate this. And I love Will Smith. So I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I don't want to watch this anymore. And then my dad yells from the other room. He's like, hey, looks like Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. And I was like, what? So then I go back, watch that part. And then I watch the live performance that I'm watching now of the Oscars. And
Did they air? I didn't watch it at all. Did they actually air the slap on TV?
I don't know. So I had to watch that on YouTube later.
Oh, okay.
So I watched the acceptance speech, then I watched the slap on YouTube. Then I went back and watched the acceptance speech again because then I had more meaning and more context as to why the fuck he was saying what he was saying. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I stand with Chris, man. I feel like that was a clean joke. It wasn't that bad. And on top of that, he didn't know, first off, that she had alopecia. And
even if it's bad, like, do it after the fact. Like, if you really got a problem with it, you meet him in the dressing room and you kick his ass.
But that's his job, though. Like, his job is to make jokes, make people laugh, and be funny. And he was doing that. And then you even see Will Smith laugh at it and then get up and slap him after he sees that Jada, or Jaden, I don't remember her name.
Jaden's
is
the
pissed.
son.
Okay, Jada. So why do they do that? I don't like that. Jada is
and
pissed.
The daughter is Willow.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then after he gets up and he slaps him and then he yells at him, that shit was brutal, dude.
Unhinged. Chris Rock handled that well. I wouldn't know how to respond if someone just walked on stage, slapped me in front of millions, and then starts yelling at me. Like, he handled it really well.
That's straight up. That's assault.
Yeah,
and he got away with it. No problem.
Brother.
Yeah, here's your pepper. But so I also wanted to talk about the conspiracies behind it. This is wild.
People
dude.
are so fucking stupid.
No, hang on though. Let's
hear the fucking. Wait 1 second. All right, I got my tinfoil hat on.
This is crazy. Okay, so who sponsored the Oscars?
There's probably a ton of sponsors. There's not one.
I'll tell you who sponsored the Oscars. Pfizer and BioNTech, right?
What the fuck, bro?
Check it out.
You're not going to connect this to a Pfizer conspiracy.
Hang on, dude. I'm telling you right now. This is fucking wild. Okay, so check this out. Hang on, I got to find the article. In December 15th, 2021, this article was posted. It is possible that the messenger RNA SARS-CoV-2 Moderna and Pfizer vaccines can trigger a T-cell mediated immune response, with the downstream effects of alopecia. Hair loss following SARS-CoV-2 vaccination is an increasingly reported phenomenon in the United States and globally. So that was a year ago, right? That alopecia was a side effect of the vaccine. Then this shit happens with the Oscars and her having alopecia and him, having that slap and all this controversy back and forth and the sides that you're choosing. But now it's bringing light to alopecia even more because now she's coming out and talking about it. And then 2 days ago from when we're recording, there are new alopecia trials done by none other than Pfizer BioNTech, that nearly 40% of humans or adults with alopecia that took this new pill that they're prescribing had significant hair regrowth in 52 weeks. I gotta say, that's a pretty weird coincidence if you ask me.
That a company that put out a vaccine that causes a disorder then tries to create a drug to treat the disorder? I feel like that's not that weird.
Also, that they sponsored the Oscars, where a whole slap event, like the slap heard around the world, is caused because of someone's alopecia.
You know who else sponsored the Oscars?
Who?
Toll House. And hear me out. Not only did Toll House sponsor the Oscars, but did you know 3 days ago they put out their triple dunk chocolate dippers?
No.
I fucking rest my case.
All I'm saying is that's kind of a weird coincidence that they just now released these new trials 2 days after the whole slap event.
I think it's a coincidence. I think stuff like
that's a really weird coincidence, man. When I saw that, I was like, no fucking way. I actually, it
might just be smart, honestly. Like, what if, because like what totally conspiracy, there's a thread there that could be drawn, but what could also be drawn is Pfizer's working on this drug because they know that their vaccine is causing alopecia. They see this big event happen around a joke around alopecia and they're like, shit, we need to put out a press release that we're working on this drug because there's a lot of attention right now. And then they do that.
I don't know,
it's
man.
Like all the meme pages. Once this happens, shit, we got to put out memes about the Will Smith slap because there's a lot of attention around it. Could easily just be that.
Yeah, but I really think that this isn't just a coincidence. Like,
oh my
why?
Gosh, dude,
the alopecia, them causing alopecia, and then having these like trials where they're like, oh, we need to have these.
That makes
another
sense.
drug to fight it.
Yeah, that makes sense. When you cause an issue, they want to
make more money.
Why would you
not? 2 days later, though?
That's
2 days later after the event?
That's what I'm saying. They could have been working on it and then put out the release.
I don't know, dude. That's
what was the 2 days later thing, that they started work or that they announced that they're working?
They announced that they announced like their findings on it.
Yeah, to me that seems more like they just wanted to ride the buzz.
But but you don't want to release this stuff until you think, okay, it's actually helping people. Because otherwise, if you say that and then it doesn't do what you're saying it's doing, because you haven't done all the trials,
all they're saying is that they're working on something, right?
I don't know. Maybe it just lined up perfectly, and they're like, the Oscars, perfect. We got this. I know the best way.
Yeah, I think it's like for one of the podcasts I run too. It's you put out episodes around timely events. So if someone's releasing a show, or if someone just was in the news for something positive, you want to put out that show around the event because it's going to get a lot more attention.
I don't know, man. I'll wear that tinfoil hat.
You can't say I don't know, man, because
that
just sounds like fucking crazy QAnon conspiracy theorists. I don't know, man.
I guarantee you right now. I still think
Trump's in office pulling the strings, man. I love watching those videos.
I can guarantee you there is going to be stuff coming out about this whole alopecia thing in the coming weeks, and you're going to see that you're wrong and I'm right.
But I'm not saying, what do you mean? But my thought process is just them capitalizing on, you're saying that it's going to be uncovered that Will Smith and Chris Rock were in on some marketing stunt?
No, not that they're
because them working on alopecia is not a surprise if that's what they announced and they are causing alopecia.
Not some marketing stunt, but I think like maybe something was like kind of like strings were being pulled behind the scenes for this event to happen. It's possible.
Right, but that's just the marketing stunt.
Yeah, well, we'll see, man. I mean, I don't think it was staged because it looked really fucking real. And I honestly, I I gotta say, I hate
I mean,
that I'm
that's
gonna say
fucking
this.
free marketing too. If Pfizer didn't pull this together, that's just super lucky.
But I hate that I'm gonna say this, but I don't know that I can like Will Smith anymore. Like
Oh,
that
I
was
don't.
really fucking aggressive.
Like,
Like
he's
I texted your brother immediately after.
He's mentally torn, right? But like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You can't do that shit.
Did you see his acceptance speech afterwards?
Yeah, and he didn't apologize.
Nope. And then even in his apology on Instagram or Twitter or whatever he did it, he still didn't apologize. What he said was, "I would like to apologize to Chris." That doesn't mean that you're doing it. That just means that you would like to do it because your publicist told you to.
I feel bad for Chris Rock. I'm usually on the side of comedians, and this is horrible. This is so bad for comedians.
But there is an upside to it because the day after he was going to be in like doing a show somewhere else, and
Chris Rock.
And the tickets were sold out, dude. Like sold out immediately.
Did he perform?
Yeah, and he had
way.
other things like throughout the month that were going to happen as well, and those tickets sold out within 2 days. More than they've ever. Sorry, he sold more tickets in 2 days than he sold in a full month before this event. So
That's
I mean,
sick.
it's going kind of good for him now, but the fact that happened fucking sucks because now
sounds like
it's
he's
setting
like
a precedent.
taking it well.
It's setting a precedent for any other crazy person to just come up on stage and smack someone.
Yeah, it's horrible for you
And there
to
were
just
no
not like a
repercussions
joke and then come up on stage and slap someone is so bad.
Yeah, and there were no. I didn't see like anything happen to Will Smith at all. He didn't get escorted off. He didn't get his Emmy taken away. He didn't
that's
have
insane.
a fine or anything.
Honestly, what you're saying makes more sense to me now. Just the thought process of them not kicking him out. Because if you're putting on a show and someone goes rogue and just attacks someone else, then you keep them there. Like, what is that? That's insane. Like, I'm sure they probably did that because they knew he's winning Best Actor. We can't have Best Actor MIA. But to just let the guy stay there is wild.
You should have seen Chris Rock's face when he presented the award after he got slapped. So he got slapped and then gave the award to whatever the category was for. And he's just standing on stage like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what? And then the guy comes up that won the award, comes up, gives Will Smith a hug, and then Chris Rock gives him the Oscar, and he's like, wait, what? Like, what just fucking happened, man?
What the fuck?
Yeah. So it was definitely weird, and I find it strange that nothing has happened, and I don't think anything will happen with Will Smith.
No,
I think he's gonna lose
Chris
some
Rock
fans.
says he's not gonna press charges, but like I saw something where the Academy's fuck the Academy. We're like, oh, we're gonna review what we're planning on doing.
Well, you can press charges. So like not Chris Rock, but like the Academy, they can press charges against Will Smith.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So like if you were to go into a bar, right?
Or I saw that they're gonna like maybe take away the Oscar too.
Yeah, that too. But if you went into a bar and you beat the crap out of someone, but they were like, nah, man, like I had it coming, and they don't press charges, the bar can press charges on you for causing a scene and like disrupting the peace or something like that. Which is nuts. I didn't know that you could get charged possibly twice.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, this whole thing has definitely put a bad taste in my mouth with Will Smith. I have a hard time liking him now, and I don't know that I ever will.
No, yeah, I'm anti Will Smith now. Like, fuck Hitch, fuck Hancock, fuck the shitty movies you do with your son. And did I mention he kills a dog in a movie?
Yeah, seriously, Pete is gonna have a field day. First, he kills a dog in a movie, and then he slaps a zebra.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
They're gonna lose their shit.
Anyone supporting Will Smith is just like, shut the fuck up. It just pisses me off so much. What the atrocity that happened, and everyone just looked.
So I told my grandma, she didn't see the Oscars. So I saw her the next day, and I told her, I'm like, did you watch the Oscars? And she goes, no. I'm like, okay, well, some stuff happened. She's like, oh, what happened? Tell me. So I'm like, well, Chris Rock made a joke about Jada and not knowing that she had alopecia, made a G.I. Jane joke, which wasn't that bad. And she's like, oh, what was the backlash on that one? Like, how embarrassing. Oh, I'm like, now, Grandma, wait, hang on. Then, and she's like, oh, then what happened? I'm like, well, then Will Smith laughed at the joke, then stood up and smacked Chris Rock across the face. And she goes, oh, well, I mean, he kind of had that one coming. I'm like, what? No, you can't side with Will Smith on that one.
Yeah,
like, that
what
was,
the
oh,
hell?
God. But then she was like, well, I see both sides. He took it too far, but I understand standing up for your wife. I'm like, I get that. But there's a time and a place for that, and this was not it. And now I can't see Will Smith in the same light. And she's like, yeah, I kind of see that. But yeah, I can't side with Will Smith at all, and I don't understand people that do. I get standing up for your wife, but that was too much.
Yeah, way too much. And also, like,
especially for the
fucking
circumstances.
toughen up, dude. Also, your wife is kind of a B. She is a B, not even kind of a B. Like, the whole last year was the memes of the entanglement and how she was sleeping around with, like, August Alsina, who's 20 years younger than her, in your own house. Like, fuck you, Will Smith.
It would have been really funny if Chris Rock, after getting slapped, said, first off, it was a G.I. joke. Like, that would have been great, instead of G.I. Jane joke. And then when he like, after he slaps him, he's like, wow, that was the greatest moment in movie history. Quite the entanglement. That would have been funny if he said that.
That would have been awesome.
Oh, that would have been fucking perfect. What he did, he handled it very well, and he didn't really break character at all. Like, not character, but he didn't break himself. Like, he was going to at one point. He's like, oh, I could, and then he, like, showed restraint. And I'm like, that was good. Very good, Chris. Very good. Will Smith did not show restraint, and now he's lost a lot of fans.
Now I want to try to find Chris Rock's stand-up that he performed at since. If he was on the road doing shows, I would love to see any video of that to hear his take on it, because I haven't heard anything from him.
Mm-hmm. And then did you see that, I think it was like 1991 or something like that, or 1999, Will Smith had actually made fun of someone that had alopecia?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. He was on some talk show, and he's like...
Yeah, I don't think he's like Braveheart for alopecia. I think it's just more defensive of his wife.
Well, so he was on the show, and then the guy, like the bass player or something like that, he's like, yeah, there are rules, man. There are rules. Like, that guy, he's got to wax his head every single day. That's the rule. And I'm like, oh, you're making fun of a bald person, and then someone makes fun of your wife, and you go and slap someone? What if someone had slapped you back in 1999? You would have probably had a fit and filled out a police report, for sure. I did like Jim Carrey coming out, though, and talking about how he was disgusted by what happened, and that he would have sued Will Smith for millions of dollars, because that video is going to be there forever.
Oh, did Jim?
It's never going
I thought
away.
this was a joke. Jim Carrey actually came out. Jim Carrey made a statement?
Yeah, he did. He went on some talk show and talked about it.
Wow. That's cool.
He said that he saw that Hollywood was like spineless, and that we're no longer the cool kids anymore. It's like it was a joke. Like when it happened, he's like, this is bull crap. I can't believe that this even happened. I was disgusted at what happened.
Yeah, dude.
And
like now, like what comedian?
Afterwards.
And the thing that sucks for the Oscars is like now next year, no one's gonna be making fucking jokes at people's expenses. It's gonna be boring as shit. What comedian's gonna want to go up there to make fun of one of these overpaid babies and then have them run on stage and slap him in the face? No one's gonna want that gig.
Yeah. What I thought was really dumb was the fact that his speech after he'd slapped him was like, I'm supposed to be this vessel of love and be this person for my people and a river to my people. I'm like, no, love is not slapping someone else in the face. That's not it at all. He's like, I'm being very protective, just like the person that I played in this movie. I'm like, you're just trying to link it together, and that shit's not working. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, I'm disgusted that you're trying to justify your actions now.
What a hamper on his first win. Like a guy that's probably deserved it for a while. You fucking screwed the pooch, dude.
What I say is I'm okay with the movies that he made in the past. I'll still watch them, but anything he's made from here on out, I can't see in the same light. I
already know your take on Michael Jackson, so I know where you stand on people's missteps in their previous work. You still think Michael Jackson's the greatest musician of all time?
He's pretty great, but he did some really bad shit. Some really bad shit.
He's you know the meme of everyone like coming into the clouds and Harambe's like, join us, Michael. It should be like Michael Jackson joining people into like the forgotten, like the untouchables. Like R. Kelly, join us. Will Smith, join us.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey, join us.
Or the exact opposite. He's going to heaven, and they're like, no, thank you. We're good.
You missed your turn, bud.
Yeah. You're that way. Go down.
One thing I wanted to talk about, I feel like we've already talked about this before, is how uncreative Stan Lee of Marvel is.
I think you talked about it. You're like, oh, he's just Aquaman.
Yes.
Superman.
If you take
That's
the
DC,
identifiers out of all the superhero names, like man or captain, you're left with Iron, Spider, America. He just ripped off the name Thor. It's not even his creation.
Yeah. He literally just took Norse mythology and he's like, hey, that sounds pretty cool.
I think maybe he miswrote bulk. Because H kind of looks like a B if you don't have two of the lines, and that's where they got the word Hulk. Or Hulk Hogan, more likely. He's just ripping things off. And there's nothing creative about Stan Lee.
I mean, he didn't make all of them. He made a good amount of them, but Spider-Man was like his like pride and joy, his baby. He loved Spider-Man and Fantastic Four, which was...
Yep, those are pretty...
Invisible...
X-Men is where
Woman.
it gets creative. Whoever's behind X-Men. Those, like, the names there are a lot better.
Plus, also, like, just the fact that they're mutants. They're just regular humans that have mutated, and, like, a genome inside them has changed to make them who they are and how they've gotten superpowers. Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
If Stan Lee was around today, what would superhero names be?
It would be Iron, They, Them.
Yeah. Okay, take it that way. I said there'd be Woke Warrior, Oil Man would probably be one. Wi-Fi Man.
Climate Change Man.
Climate Queen.
Climate Queen. Yeah, I mean, you got to be all inclusive. So, Apache helicopter thing. Or them.
Entity.
Yeah, entity. Yeah, there you go.
I had another thought yesterday too. Imagine how useless the internet was when it was first created.
You could only communicate with the one computer that was on Earth.
Well, not even that.
Actually, you couldn't even do that.
Even within the first 6 months to a year of all these people being online, the internet's great because you could look stuff up and there's endless information and knowledge. But when it was started, it's not like all this stuff was there.
It was just inputting data.
It was just brand new websites that loaded very slow with not a lot of data.
Not even websites. I mean, at one point it was just like the Matrix kind of thing. Like it was just like a green light and they had letters and numbers and stuff and you just inputted stuff in there. But you could retrieve the information, but at a certain point you could only get so much info. You were just putting stuff in there.
And wait till you hear this. Do you know who was actually behind the creation of the internet?
Was it Mr. Anderson?
It was fucking Pfizer, dude.
I knew it. It was Pfizer the whole time. They sponsored Microsoft and Apple.
Dude. Pfizer,
They're playing both sides of the coin. Very interesting. I just heard it today. The theory about Super Mario or Mario, from Mario, Super Mario, whatever.
Super Mario and Mario? Or did you say Wario?
No, Mario. Sorry. It's Mario from Super Mario. The theory is...
Oh, yeah, that Mario.
The theory is why, when you destroy something, do you get a coin from it? Like when you kill a little Goomba, you get a coin. Why? And why, when you hit a box, does it release a coin? So the theory is, anytime you kill a Goomba, you're getting a soul. You're getting their soul. Their coin, their soul is turned into a coin, and you capture it. That's why after you get 100 of them, you get an extra life, because you are consuming and putting together these souls to create one more life for yourself. And then they wonder, well, why, when you hit these boxes, do these coins start appearing out of the boxes? And then you deep dive into the lore of Mario, and Bowser takes all Toads and Goombas and all these things and breaks them down and turns them into boxes. So those boxes are actually people, or creatures, and you're just capturing their souls. So it's really, you're not trying to release Peach. You're trying to capture all these souls and kill all these. It's crazy, man. That's a crazy theory.
I don't have any follow-up there.
You don't need a follow-up. I just thought it was very interesting. That's all. You don't need a follow-up.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? How many conspiracy websites have you been on? What is this, your YouTube?
No.
You're
dude,
your recent videos they've been serving you up?
Here's the thing. The whole Pfizer thing, I literally heard that she had alopecia, and then I heard that a trial then I heard that the vaccine was like a sponsor of the Oscars, and I was like, huh, that's weird. And then I saw a random page that said like side effects of Pfizer, and I'm like, well, what are the side effects? Because I got J&J, so I don't really care what the side effects are because they're not going to affect me. And then I look at the side effects, and then I saw alopecia, and then I was like, well, hang on, that's kind of weird. And then I looked up alopecia treatments, and then I looked up alopecia treatments as of now, and then I saw that other website that said that Pfizer has a new treatment for alopecia, and then I was like, I'm connecting all the dots. I'm like, oh my god.
Then you should buy a shit ton of Pfizer stock right now.
Yeah. And then the Mario thing, I was just scrolling through TikTok, and then a video popped up about that. So I was like, wow, that's so weird. That's crazy.
All right, I got a couple more random thoughts. One, I think the month of April should be completely removed from the calendar. It's kind of a month that doesn't matter to me at all. Any objections?
I mean, I feel like people that were born in April would object.
I think Jocelyn is born in April. I'm trying to think if I know anyone else. Not Josh, Jocelyn.
No, I know, but isn't leap year in April?
It's February, I think.
It is?
Right? Isn't it February like 29th?
Oh, yeah, because it's the 29th. That's right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, then, I mean, besides the
let's
birthday
just ask
thing,
Josh if he's okay with us moving Jocelyn's birthday.
Why would we ask Josh? Why wouldn't we ask the person that's actually born in that month?
Well, he's going to be her husband, Daniel.
Oh, yeah, so automatically he owns her. I forgot about that.
You don't remember that? In between the vows?
Uh-huh.
You get a key.
I promise to own you from here until you die.
You sign the insurance policy. They give you a key.
Mm-hmm.
Put down your down payment. Jokes, guys. Will Smith coming out of nowhere to slap me right now. Chill.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I feel like now no comedian can make any jokes on stage if Will Smith is in the audience. like, hey, is Will Smith here? No? Okay, sweet. Anyway, alopecia.
Watch out. All right, man. You got anything else before we wrap up on this Friday?
No, I'm good.
All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Do us a favor. Like, subscribe wherever you're listening now. Share this with someone else you think might enjoy it. Go follow us on YouTube, and we will catch you all next week for another great episode. Enjoy your weekend, and from all of us here at Chiefin,
keep it Chiefin.